Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Joan Vassos drops hint about Golden Bachelorette ending. The Golden Bachelorette is set to premiere in a little over a week. The leading lady, Joan Vassos, has started to talk about the series, hinting at how things might end for her. She has also revealed at least one of 24 men who will be competing for her love. Continue reading to see what she's revealed so far. Joan Vassos opens up about filming experience. There have been a few sneak peeks at the first season of The Golden Bachelorette. Joan Vassos has sat down to talk about the upcoming ABC spin-off, including how she felt going into filming for the series. "You're dating in front of the entire world. I worried I wouldn't have a connection, and there would be awkward moments. Eventually, you forget the cameras," Joan told TV Insider. The Golden Bachelorette lead also talked about how she approached making the first move with some of the men. "I was going to let the guy make it, definitely. Public displays of affection. I had to get over the fact that those were uncomfortable for me," she said. "But you have to find out if there's a spark. It took a few weeks to throw caution to the wind. Sorry, kids, I'm going to kiss some people." When it comes to the ending of the Bachelor spin-off, Joan Vassos admitted that she had many sleepless nights where she'd replay conversations. In the end, she said that things panned out exactly how it's supposed to be. The Golden Bachelorette features Kelsey Anderson's dad. The latest sneak peek into Season 1 of The Golden Bachelorette was shown after the Season 21 finale of Bachelorette. In the clip, Joan Vassos tells Kelsey Anderson, Bachelor Joey Graziev's fans, to call her mom. Kelsey introduced Joan to her dad, Mark, who is apparently one of the men competing for Joan's heart. Kelsey recalled stepping out of the limo to meet Joey for the first time. "It's so surreal to be here," she said. "I don't think I would know what true love was if it wasn't for my parents. You know, my dad, he's been by himself for a couple years now. And I think that y'all would maybe get along." Then, she went on to introduce her dad to Joan Vassos. The clip showed Mark talking about how he raised his children to not be afraid of taking a chance. "And now, here I am taking an opportunity to take a chance for me to find love again," he told Joan. She responded, "I love that," before Mark told her he felt honored to be part of her journey. As Mark went into the mansion, the Golden Bachelorette star turned to Kelsey and said, "He's cute. You can just call me Mom." Many fans don't think Mark will win this season of the ABC spin-off, but they think he's there for another reason. There are already predictions that Kelsey's dad will be the next Golden Bachelor. Only time will tell. In a recent interview bathed in soft golden light, fitting, right? Joan sat perched in a rose garden, her signature poise giving way to something else, a knowing smile. She laughed lightly when asked how her journey on The Golden Bachelorette wraps up, then leaned in as if sharing a secret with a lifelong friend. "Well," Joan teased, twirling a delicate bracelet around her wrist, "I think people will be satisfied, but maybe not in the way they expect." Satisfied, but not expected. It was the kind of hint that sent Bachelor Nation into instant detective mode. Was Joan subtly confirming that she picks no one? That she picks herself? Or was there an unexpected proposal? Maybe even a reversal where Joan, elegant and fiercely independent, ends up proposing to a man herself. Social media exploded within hours. TikTok sleuths broke down every syllable, every twinkle in her eye. Reddit threads titled "Joanne Spoiled the Ending" reached hundreds of comments by midnight. But there was more. In a quieter moment during that same interview, Joan added another breadcrumb. "This journey has taught me a lot about what I want and what I deserve. Sometimes love shows up in the most unexpected way, or in someone you weren't even looking at in the beginning." Was that it? Had one of the quieter, under-the-radar contestants, a man who maybe barely had a first date edit, stolen Joan's heart late in the season? Or was she talking about herself? About choosing to walk away from the final rose ceremony alone, with a new sense of self-worth instead of a ring? The possibilities were endless, and Joan wasn't clarifying anything further. She just smiled that Mona Lisa smile and moved on to talking about her dog Tucker. Still, Longton fans couldn't help but notice that Joan's hinting at the unexpected echoed early season rumors. Multiple insiders had whispered that the ending would be historic and emotional. Words often thrown around in Bachelor world, yes, but rarely with such repeated emphasis. Some believed that the ending might even introduce a twist never before seen on any Bachelor show. Two contestants falling for each other, leaving Joan to cheer them on as a matchmaker rather than a match. Love is love, Joan had said cryptically weeks earlier when asked if the season had any surprises. Could it be? Could Joan's ending be about more than her own romance? And then there was the necklace. Throughout the promotional photos for the season, Joan had been spotted wearing a delicate heart-shaped necklace, but eagle-eyed fans noticed it disappeared during the final 2 promo shots released last week, replaced instead by a bold, gleaming key pendant, a subtle sign that Joan, in the end, kept the key to her own heart. Bachelor Nation's speculations grew wilder. Some said Joan's journey ends in a second chance, that a familiar face from her real life returns at the final hour, crashing the rose ceremony and professing a long-held love. Others predicted a Brad Womack-style ending where Joan simply refuses to hand out her final rose at all, choosing instead to continue dating without the cameras rolling. Still others clung to hope for a grand, sweeping proposal, a man on bended knee at sunset, ring box trembling in hand, while Joan stood tearfully under a rain of golden petals. And truth be told, Joan deserves that fairy tale if she wants it. After all, her path to the golden bachelorette throne wasn't lined with ease. Widowed young, a mother of 4, and later a grandmother, Joan represents a generation that knows real love is forged in fire, not fantasy. She's been clear from the start. She's looking for a true partner, someone who respects her independence and her past. "I'm not looking for someone to complete me," Joan said in another, earlier interview. "I'm looking for someone to walk beside me." That mindset makes any traditional Bachelor ending tricky, because Joan doesn't fit neatly into the usual narrative. She isn't the 20-something in search of a spark. She's a woman who has already built a rich life, and if someone's joining her, it'll be because they enhance it, not because they become it. Maybe that's why her hint hits so hard. Maybe when Joan says people will be satisfied but surprised, she means the show's ending will reflect real life better than any season before it. Messy, imperfect, heartfelt, brave. Rumors have also surfaced that Joan pushed back against some of production's plans during filming. Allegedly, she advocated for a less scripted final week, wanting to make decisions in real time rather than following a neatly plotted arc. If true, it's even more likely the finale will break with franchise traditions. And frankly, it would be perfect. Because Joan Vassos is the Golden Bachelorette. Not just because she's beautiful and kind and graceful, but because she embodies what the show claims to celebrate: second chances, bold hearts, and the courage to believe in love after loss. If Joan chooses herself at the end, it's a victory. If Joan finds unexpected love, it's a victory. If Joan stands at the final rose ceremony, laughing and crying and holding her own hand as tightly as anyone else's, it's a victory. No matter how it ends, Joan's hint has done its job. It's drawn us in, made us care, made us root not for a picture-perfect ending but for a woman who dares to live life on her own terms. And when that final episode airs, whether it's with roses, rings, keys, or simply open hands, we'll all be standing beside her, cheering her on. Because Joan Vassos didn't just drop a hint about the ending, she dropped a reminder that real love, the best love, is always a little unexpected.